Beloved soul, if these words have appeared before you today, know that your spirit has been quietly guided toward this moment by forces of light that have never abandoned you. I am Archangel Chamuel, keeper of divine love and sacred peace, and I come now to speak directly to the hidden places within your heart that still ache from wounds the world cannot fully see. Many of you listening have carried loneliness for far longer than anyone realizes. Even while surrounded by people, you often felt unseen, misunderstood, or emotionally disconnected. You gave love freely, yet secretly wondered why it was so difficult to receive the same depth of understanding in return. You offered compassion to others while neglecting the tenderness your own soul desperately needed. Over time, you began believing that perhaps something within you was too much or not enough. Some of you learned to silence your emotions because expressing them only led to disappointment. Others built invisible walls around the heart after betrayal left scars too painful to revisit. Yet, beloved one, your heart was never meant to become a prison built from fear. The pain you experienced was real, but it was never meant to convince you that love itself had abandoned you. Many of you came into this world carrying an unusually deep capacity for feeling because your soul was designed to awaken through love rather than through control or domination. This sensitivity often made your journey more difficult within a world that rewards emotional distance and self-protection. You felt energies others ignored. You sensed when someone's words did not match their spirit. You carried compassion even for those who wounded you because your soul naturally searched for the pain hidden beneath their actions. Yet instead of honoring this sacred depth, many of you were taught to see it as weakness. You began doubting your intuition. You questioned your worth whenever others failed to appreciate your heart. But hear me now with absolute clarity, your capacity to love deeply is not your burden. It is one of your greatest spiritual gifts. The problem was never your heart. The problem was that you often offered sacred energy to people who had not yet learned how to honor it. Beloved soul, there were nights when your spirit became exhausted from hoping things would finally change. You prayed for clarity while feeling trapped in cycles of emotional pain and uncertainty. Some of you begged the universe for signs because you no longer trusted your own inner knowing. Others became so accustomed to disappointment that they stopped expecting miracles altogether. Yet even during your darkest moments, the divine continued moving quietly within your life. There were connections removed because they were slowly draining your spirit. There were delays that protected you from paths misaligned with your destiny. There were moments of solitude that felt unbearable at the time, yet they created space for your soul to rediscover its own voice. Understand this deeply now, not every ending in your life was punishment. Some endings were acts of divine mercy. Humanity is moving through a great awakening of consciousness, and many sensitive souls are feeling the emotional intensity of this transition more strongly than others. Old patterns built upon fear, manipulation, and emotional suppression are collapsing. This is why so many of you feel internally restless. Relationships based only upon convenience or illusion can no longer sustain the frequencies your soul is now beginning to embody. You may notice yourself craving authenticity more than ever before. Conversations that once satisfied you now feel empty. Places that once brought comfort now feel energetically heavy. Your soul is becoming more honest with itself. And though this transformation can feel lonely, it is guiding you toward greater alignment with divine truth. Some of you fear that you have lost too much time. You look back upon past relationships, missed opportunities, or years spent emotionally surviving and wonder whether true peace will ever reach your life. But beloved one, the soul does not measure life according to the timelines of the ego. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every heartbreak deepened your understanding of compassion. Every betrayal strengthened your discernment. Every season of loneliness taught you how to seek connection with the divine beyond external validation. Even the moments when you felt abandoned carried hidden lessons preparing your spirit for awakening. The pain that once threatened to close your heart is now becoming the doorway through which greater wisdom and healing can enter. Many of you are standing between old and new realities right now. The version of yourself that lived only for survival is slowly dissolving, yet the fully awakened version of you has not completely emerged. This in-between space can feel confusing because your human mind longs for certainty. But transformation often unfolds in silence before visible changes appear. Just as dawn begins before the sun fully rises, your soul is already entering a new frequency even if your outer circumstances have not completely shifted yet. Trust what is happening beneath the surface. The divine is reorganizing your life according to a higher alignment than you could have created through fear alone. Beloved soul, there is something important you must remember now. The love you have spent your life searching for externally also exists within your own spirit. You were taught to seek worthiness through the approval of others, yet your soul has always remained infinitely valuable in the eyes of heaven. Stop speaking to yourself with cruelty. Stop replaying the past as evidence that you are unworthy of joy. You are not difficult to love. You are not too damaged to heal. You are not forgotten by the universe. The very fact that your heart still longs for connection after everything you endured is proof of extraordinary spiritual strength. Some of you are being guided now to release relationships, habits, and emotional patterns that no longer nourish your soul. This release may feel painful at first because the human heart naturally fears emptiness. But understand that sacred emptiness often appears before divine fulfillment arrives. The universe cannot fully place new blessings into hands still clinging tightly to what has already expired. Trust the clearing taking place within your life. What belongs to your soul will never require you to betray your truth in order to keep it. True love, whether romantic, spiritual, or universal, does not demand self-abandonment. It expands your spirit rather than diminishing it. Spend more time listening to your inner world now. Return to silence. Return to prayer. Sit beneath the stars and remember that your soul existed long before this lifetime began. There are unseen beings of light walking beside you even now, whispering encouragement into your spirit during moments when fear becomes loud. Speak to us when your heart feels weary. You are heard more often than you realize. And beloved one, know this, the chapter ahead carries more peace than the chapter behind you. There are connections approaching your life that will recognize your soul rather than merely your appearance. There are moments of healing waiting for you that your current mind cannot yet fully imagine. Continue moving forward gently. Protect your energy. Honor your intuition. And above all, do not close your heart simply because the world has wounded it before. I, Archangel Chamuel, leave these words within your spirit as a sacred reminder that divine love has never abandoned you. It has been guiding you quietly through every heartbreak, every detour, and every moment you believed you were alone. Trust the love unfolding within your journey now, beloved soul, for it is leading you back to the truth of who you have always been.